Right, Jordan, over to your right.
Yep, hello, you're right.
How you doing? The O2 Arena itself, the building, is very, very familiar to you. This is like your second home in terms of fighting. You're always there at the Indigo. Now you're in the big room, and there's going to be 18,000 fans in there. How excited are you to be able to translate the performances that you've delivered at the Indigo onto the big stage on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm buzzing to go. I think it's a bigger crowd, a bigger arena, and it's going to be a bigger performance. That's how I'm looking at it, you know. Yeah, I'm going to rise to the occasion massively.
You had the debut last time out. Obviously, it didn't go your way, but looking at that whole experience of making the UFC debut, what have been your big takeaways from that, and how did you find sort of that first experience of being in the octagon?
Yeah, I've said it a couple of times in interviews. I think I put the UFC fighters on a pedestal. I sort of seen them up here. And I've realised, you know, it's not that they're not up here. It's I'm not down here. I'm up here with them. And I'm just looking to level up all the time. I'm always looking to get better and better and better. And yeah, I just can't wait to show it Saturday night that I've said it in a few that I'm on that level and I'm going to be surpassing it.
You mentioned putting fighters on a pedestal and stuff. Did that almost happen mid-fight against Guram? Because you took the first round on all the scorecards, and it looked like you were doing everything that you probably game planned for.
Yeah.
And then the fight kind of changed as it went along.
No, like the crazy thing with the Guram fight is, look, everybody knows how good of a striker he is. I thought that I was going to be winning the fight through the wrestling and the grappling. That was, you say a game plan. It's 8 days we had to get ready for it. I actually thought that he was playing possum on the stand-up, because I thought it can't be this easy. Like, there's no way it can be this easy to be hitting this guy. I've watched him for years, and you know, he's out striking everybody. So in my head I'm thinking, right, he's playing possum, he's letting me get my confidence up, and then I hit him with a shot and dropped him, and I thought in my head, okay, now I know you don't get dropped playing possum, you know, you don't get dropped on purpose. So yeah, it's just one of them things. Even the last fight in Cage Warriors, before people say he's coming off a camp, it's a sort of camp where, you know, when you're in the UFC, you know every single fight's going to be a crazy fight. You need to be as best prepared as you can. I think in the last one I was a bit laxy-daisy, thinking, I'll get this guy out there. So you're sort of coming in off of a half a camp, if that. This time it's coming off of a full camp, and if I hurt him like I hurt Guram in the first one, there's none of this, oh, I need to keep myself fresh, I need to save a bit in the tank for the rounds. I can just get after him big time. So yeah, I'm ready for 3 rounds of 100%.
And you're going to face a willing dance partner in Chris Duncan. Yeah. You know, he loves to just come forward and throw heavy leather. So what do you make of him, and what sort of matchup can you envisage playing out on Saturday? Oh,
yeah, typical, just tough Scott. Yeah, he's big for the weight class. I know people are probably going to watch this fight and think, fuck, VUCENIC should go back down to 66, but it's just going to be how big this guy is. And I think it's just going to be that big, tough guy versus the speed. And yeah, you know the old famous saying, speed kills.
And last one from me, your walkouts in Cage Warriors are like the stuff of legend, and you've always been someone who seems to sort of take a moment on his way to the cage and just sort of soak in the atmosphere. How special is that going to feel on Saturday in front of a home crowd that's probably 8 or 9 times the size of what you've had in the past? Yeah, unreal. And again, I can't wait to just sit back, look around and take it in. Like, my walkout song's like quite famous in UK MMA. Everybody knows that when it starts playing, everybody's sort of like, it's like a concert. Everybody's really tuned in for it. And I was thinking this time, you know, 0-1 in the UFC, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to be on prelims. People say, imagine when your walkout song plays, it says, yeah, I'm going to be on the prelims. There's not going to be that many people, but I think the stars have aligned this time, main card. That song starts playing, I think it's going to give a lot of people that didn't know me a sort of, fucking hell, who's this guy, man? And they're really going to tune in. How much would a post-fight bonus mean after a fight like this? Because it looks like a fight of the night contender on paper. Yeah, well, I've got 3 kids, so, you know, I've got 3 kids and an expensive missus, so, yeah, it's going to be massive. Great stuff, thanks a lot. Thank you.
It was well documented, I believe, yesterday, the tattoo you have on your leg of Bruce Buffer announcing Corby. How proud are you to represent Corby? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'd say the thing where I'm from is people either really want you to do really well or they don't care. It's just like there's no in between, but the people that want you to do really well will do anything for you, and that's been like a massive thing in Corby, like just getting stopped by people and just that almost in disbelief. Like I'm in Asda doing my shop and they're like, oh, are you still here? Like it's just been crazy. So it's nice to just sort of back the little people, do you know what I mean? They think, even like the kids growing up,
they'll be like, yeah, do you know what? He fucking could do it. I can do it. That's the message I want to be sending out.
And you mentioned the bonus and it going to the kids and the missus, but is there any plans for a potential post-fight tattoo?
There's going to be many post-fight tattoos, I'm sure. Well, I say that, I've not got really much room left, do I? I've got an armpit on the other side. I'm dreading getting that done. I'm at the point now, people think I enjoy getting tattooed. I actually don't like it anymore. I really dread the thought of getting tattooed. I just need to get it done. I can't sort of stop, can I?
Jordan, right here.
Yeah.
I was just going to kind of go off that question. Chris was in here earlier, and I said between the two of you guys, you probably have more tattoos than everybody in the room. And I said, man, can we kind of get maybe a tattoo side bet going on between the two of you? And he hinted, you know, the loser has to get the other's nickname tattooed on their ass. Can we throw that one out there?
Yeah, I've got a blank canvas there, so yeah, I'm ready for that. And it's going to stay a blank canvas.
One more. Yeah. Hey, Jordan. When you got into the UFC, I was very hyped because I've seen you in Cage Warriors, and definitely the first round you showed what we were used to see. So now it's your second fight. Do you feel any tension regarding the first fight, or are you like, okay, I'm relaxed, I'm going into this another type of style?
Nah, there's no UFC jitters at all. I'm walking around this hotel like a Cheshire cat, smiling. Like when I got the UFC tracksuit, I'm just walking, zipping it up, loving it. Like, yeah, every day I've just been waking up just like grateful to be here, and I know I'm going to be here for a long time, so I'm just grateful to just keep doing it again and again and again.
And if you get past Chris, is there a fight you have in your mind you would love to fight?
All these guys coming up, you know, all the guys I'm watching, I think like I'm going to prove on the weekend, you know, it's going to be a real stylistically, a real clean striking performance. Guys like Ruffy, people like that, I think those fights in the future are going to be massive, and I think that's going to have the MMA scene like really buzzing for those kind of fights.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, Jordan, you spoke or touched on it just before about kids looking up to you, and now you're on the main stage of the UFC. Can you just talk a bit about the area you're from and what it does mean to you to potentially have kids, you know, looking up to you as a potential idol?
Yeah, it's massive, because where we come from, it's like even just a roundabouts well from people know that they hear Corby and they're like, oh fucking he's from Corby. Like I always make a joke when we're like sat with people, they leave their phone, I go, well, I'm from Corby, I'll take that if you leave that. It's like, it's just showing them that they can just do whatever. I've had so many messages of people like, oh, my kid loves you, can you send a message? And I always try to do whatever I can for them. I've obviously got 3 little ones myself, so I want them to grow up, and I've said this many times, I don't want them to grow up and be like, oh, fucking hell, yeah, that's is your dad Jordan VUCENIC? Oh, yeah. I want them to be like, yeah, like, that's my dad's Jordan VUCENIC, da-da-da-da. So that's what I'm looking to replicate. As somebody that grew up without a dad, it's like, yeah, I know it sounds mad, but you're trying to be that father figure to all them growing up. I want sort of like parents to say to their kids, look at him, if you want like a role model, that's the role model you want to have. And not a lot of guys in the sport can be that. Not mentioning no names, but there's a lot you look at and you would think, I hope my kid's never like him. And yeah, I don't want to be that guy.
Thank you.
Perfect.